Hey, Devin here with the Venture X podcast studio on the DBA podcast, Doing Business As. Today we're doing business as Eric Sharp. He has some really cool stuff. Member here, has been a member here for a long time now. So Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you have going on here at Venture X.
Yeah, well, Devin, this is great, man. I have a podcast myself. I actually put on pause to pursue this other business, which we'll get into here in a second. But, like we were chatting before we hit record here, it's just such a cool format to, get to know other people, learn about new ideas, concepts. So thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. I think that, one of the big things that we really stress here is that, we want to be a community, right? And we want people to know what the other folks in this space are doing. Because I think a lot of times, I myself was a member here. You get kind of wrapped up in your own office and you hide a little bit.
Totally.
And it's only because you got a lot going on. So I think that you have a lot going on. And, I do find you in your office quite a bit.
Is that a good thing, I guess?
I think it is, right? For all intents and purposes, I would say that it is.
I try to come out, and be social here and there.
Yeah. But I know that in the meantime, you've been working on Protofuse. So tell me a little bit about Protofuse and what you guys do.
Yeah. So first of all, it's a digital marketing agency. And I started it 15 years ago. And it's gone through ups and downs, and I've changed my positioning to work on certain types of clientele. At one point, I had multiple employees, salary-based, lots of clients. And really where I'm at today now is everyone that I work with on the team is remote. So hence the wanting to move into a co-working space is I didn't need an office anymore. Kind of came to that realization probably a year too late. Looking back at now, I'm like, man, why didn't I make the jump 2 years ago? Well, I'm actually glad I didn't, because I wouldn't be here at Venture X, because you guys opened up after that. But we do digital marketing for B2B technology companies. That's kind of where our positioning is right now. And during that process of repositioning and focusing in on just that type of clientele, there was this opportunity to have another business, which for me, having two businesses at the same time is a whole new world for me. And I've never operated in that sort of way. It's always been, I've had my baby, my business, and 100% of my attention has been focused on that.
Right.
And now it's a matter of splitting my time. And that other business is CB Supplements. It is a supplements company, but it's not the traditional supplements company I guess you would think of. We've got one product, and that's all really we want to do. We just want to offer a multi-collagen protein powder. And so I was brought in last spring, was offered ownership to pretty much be the chief marketing officer. And we're here in Orlando, and we have a really premium grade product, and we've got a really fantastic team, and we're growing, and it's fun. And so I toggle my day here at Venture X is I spend a lot of time on CB Supplements. We completely rebuilt the website. We're executing our content strategy right now. Got a lot of things going on, trying to grow the brand, and then I have to quickly toggle and work on my other clients that have been with me for years. And so some of those are B2B tech companies. Some of them are just website consulting engagements. I do a lot of that where I kind of come in and help existing teams make really smart decisions with their websites and their digital marketing. So that's where I'm at today, balancing two different businesses, but I am kind of doing the same thing, digital marketing for both. And actually, it's been a lot of fun. It's challenging, but I love a good challenge.
Yeah, don't we all? I think there's, especially in like the co-working environment, there you find a lot of people who are always up for a good challenge, right?
For sure.
I think that that's just what kind of like co-working breeds, is this idea of pushing forward. And even in the most challenging aspects of your business, you're surrounded by all of these other people, right? Who are kind of going through the same stuff that you're going through, and it's inspiring.
Yeah.
To me, at least, it was very inspiring. Yeah. What are some of the challenges on your side that you face?
I think with right now, with balancing two different businesses and having existing clients, like I don't need to work on business development on the Protofuse side of my agency, because I have existing clients that are in retainers or monthly programs, which is really nice because I don't have to focus on marketing myself.
Right.
And then over the last decade, we've really committed to writing great content on protofuse.com. And so I get a lot of just organic leads fall in my lap. Like right now I'm working with an Atlanta e-commerce company. They're like one of the top 3 in their industry, and they're completely rebuilding their website. And they're like, had actually the awareness to reach out to somebody because they were starting to make some decisions, or like, we feel like we're going to just annihilate what we got online. I mean, they do massive volume. So anyway, that kind of fell in my lap. And I say all that because I think the biggest challenge I have right now is just making sure I'm utilizing my time properly.
Yeah.
So if I got 2 businesses here, it's about time management. I think anybody who's an entrepreneur for sure has to be considerate of their time. And, it's the whole adage of, are you being productive or are you just working? I think I may have butchered that, but I'm trying to say,
yeah, I get it.
Just because you put in 8 hours at the office doesn't necessarily mean you're productive.
Yeah.
Like, did you actually get stuff done? Did you move the needle in your business? Did you allocate your time in the right way? That's really going to make a difference in your company. So I've got 2 companies right now, and I need to be able to make sure that when I put on the CB Supplements hat, that I am putting my effort and my time and my energy on the things that are going to have the most impact when I need them to have the most impact, right? And the same goes for my agency. When I look at my 10 to 15 clients that I got to do work on, okay, where can I utilize my time the best? And so, you add in throwing, having 2 kids, which I have right now, 2 kids under 5, there's just, you have to address the time management issue and just also be real about it too. I don't want to be working 70, 80 hours. Like, I don't. Yeah. So I want to utilize my time the best that I can. And, that's right now I don't think I'm struggling with that. I think I'm doing it pretty well, but it's also probably the most challenging thing. Every time I wake up in the morning, it's like, my goodness, what is on my to-do list? What do I got to knock out? Mm-hmm. Hey, I really want to learn about this over there, right. Because I'm a big learner. I mean, you see me walking around, I got my pods in, and I got an audiobook going or a podcast. And so I'm always inhaling new information, and I also want to apply that information. And so it's a big balancing act.
Yeah. I would say probably 90% of the time that I see you, I don't think 90% of the time I see you, you're working on something.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think I've really ever seen you just screwing around. I don't.
I'm a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, no, I like you. I think that there's a lot to be said, about that and about you, right? You are a hard worker and you do take in a lot, and that's probably why you're successful at what you do, right?
Well, thanks, man. I'm trying, and I think I've learned over the years that to really get what you want, it really takes a lot of core focus. And actually, not to derail us from this conversation, an audiobook I just started is titled Deep Work. Have you ever heard of that?
I haven't.
So it's this concept that if you really want to make progress on something big and something specific that's really going to either move the needle in your business or something in your personal life, you have to dedicate uninterrupted time to it on a regular basis. So if you're coming in at 9 o'clock in the morning and you got a meeting at 9:30 and you're answering emails and you're like, okay, let me do a little work for 15 minutes, maybe writing or something specific within your business, and then you're getting pulled into this meeting and pulled over there. You're never really settling down to let your brain work at full capacity.
Yeah.
And this whole book is about deep work. So it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And back to the schedule, Tuesdays are my long day at the office. So what I usually do is I work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I get up on Tuesday and I come to the office here at VentureX early, and it's my deep work day. So I decide on kind of what work am I doing? Am I writing? Am I editing? Am I helping my partner, CB Supplements, produce a piece of content, which takes a distraction-free environment.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to, focus and what do I want? I want to grow these companies, and I want them to be successful, and I want to help other people be successful. And so it's, you just don't have time to mess around.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a great answer, man. I think that, you have a lot to offer. What was the name of that audiobook one more time? For
It's called Deep Work by Cal Newport.
Cal Newport.
Cal Newport.
Deep Work by Cal Newport.
Yeah.
I recommend everybody go check that out. If it's good enough for Eric, it's good enough for everybody else.
Well, I'm not done with it yet. So, I mean, the idea is fascinating. I don't know if it's actually good, though.
Yeah. Okay. So this isn't an endorsement. Other than that, my main question for you here is, what's been your favorite part about being at Venture X? What's the difference for you? And what keeps you coming back?
Yeah, I mean, you sent me these questions we were going to go through before, and I really wanted to take a little bit of time to think through my response, because the easy response is, I like so much, I can't pick one. I'm like, no one's going to care about that answer. So there's a couple things that I listed out that I thought work really well for me as a professional on my schedule and, my early days on Tuesdays, which the first one on my list is 24/7 access.
Yeah.
The fact that I can come in anytime I want, with, my schedule, which is pretty fluid, with kids and, kids getting sick and schedules, kids getting sick. I just, my son just got sick the other day and I had to adjust things. We had to push this actually,
sure
right?
did.
So the fact that I know that Venture X is open 24/7 and it's accommodating to my schedule is huge. So I would say that's big. The accommodations, I joke about the popcorn, but that's always fun. I try to be pretty disciplined with my diet, but I'm like, I go out there and I see that popcorn, I grab sparkling water. It's a good stuff. And I think that aids into just the vibe and the energy that you get by just walking the building, So for me, yes, I lock myself in my office and I got my music going and I'm cranking, but like at any time I can get up and open the door, or even just leave the door open and hear the ambiance of Venture X, people moving and talking, and that's like energetics. People are working on their own businesses, and that's just like energizing to me. But I love the vibe, the interior decorating that you guys have done here, and the fact that I can just just go outside, or not go outside, go outside and sort of the lounge area and sit on a couch with the LaCroix, and I just like the flexibility to wherever I'm at in the day, there's something there for me to do or to go to. Like the wellness room, if I want to take a quick power nap, which I don't know if you're allowed to take a power nap in the wellness room, but
you are now.
I'm doing it now. I'm being fully transparent here, baby. So that's nice. I mean, I don't do that often. I don't do it enough, but I like that. I like having my door open sometimes. I like to shut my door. I like the flexibility to be able to do that. I just like the amenities. The location is great. And so with my collagen company, we were doing these tastings for a while. And we would have Kristen, who does all the collagen recipes for us, come over, and she would share the food that she made that has collagen in it with me and my partner, and then we'd invite some friends and they'd come over, and it was just like so impromptu, and the space was just so accommodating for people to kind of come in, boom, sample, we took some video, did some Instagram stuff, and then they left, and it's casual and it's cool, and it just fits every part of what I want in my day-to-day.
That's a great answer. I think...
And you didn't even have to pay me for that.
I didn't have to do anything, really. No, I really appreciate it, Eric. Thanks for coming in today and chatting with us. I'm glad that you were able to hear from Eric. We're happy to have him around and do some really cool stuff. So this has been a member spotlight here with Eric Sharp. Tune in our next month's segment. I'm not totally sure who we're going to interview yet, but we will interview someone. Look out, world. All right, thank you. We're signing off here for the Venture X DBA podcast. We'll catch you next month.